Have you ever been on a consult and felt desperate to make the sale? This happens all the time, and we're going to talk today about desperation and fear when it comes to consults and how this pushes away your customers and your clients and has them feeling like you're a sleazy salesperson, which is what none of us want to feel like. If it's your first time here, I'm Dr. Amanda. This is your place to get money-making tips to help you make more money more easily in your business. So let's break this down. Desperation and fear. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about this term that I came up with, imposter syndrome, F.U.D. So we know in the investment world, we have fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And a lot of investors gauge whether to invest or not based on this scale of fear. And in our business, we have this too. So I think about it as imposter syndrome, F.U.D. This is where you're showing up to your business with this sense of doubt, uncertainty, and fear about whether or not you're going to succeed. And what it's really rooted in is this feeling of doubt about yourself. So when you're doubting yourself, your energy is low, your frequency is low, and the signal you're sending out is that you're desperate. And I want you to think about it this way. Have you ever been in a relationship before where the person was desperate to be with you or needy of you? It was like they couldn't live without you. They felt like the whole world revolved around you. They might have even said things to you like, oh my God, I don't know what I would do without you. My whole world would collapse without you. And instantly you have this feeling of like, I don't want to be with you. It's because this imbalance causes them to be chasing and you resist, right? So they're chasing, and you're turning the other way and resisting. And the thing they want the most is you. And because they want you, you are being pushed away and repelled. They're afraid of losing you. This is exactly what you do with your clients when you're on a consult and you step into it with this sense of fear, doubt, desperation. Another way this can show up is that you're willing to take on anybody as a client. So let's say that in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, this person really isn't a very good fit, but I'm desperate. And so you're subconsciously thinking, oh shit, I gotta make this sale. I'm scared about money. I'm scared my business isn't gonna grow. I'm scared I'm gonna look like a fool. I'm scared this program isn't gonna bring in all the people I want it to bring in. And so you desperately chase. Remember, desperate chasing energy pushes people away, and it also makes you feel misaligned, and it also causes you to try to rescue people. Okay, so when you have this disconnect and misalignment with, oh, this person isn't really right for my program or my product or my service, but I'm going to desperately chase them anyway because I'm afraid about not making enough money ultimately, you are rescuing people. This can also cause you to give away your programs and your products and services for free or barter with people that don't really make sense and it's not an equivalent exchange. So let's say someone comes to you and they're in a way begging for your services and you have a problem with this rescue dilemma in your mind where you go, I've got to serve everybody, I've got to help everyone, even if it's not misaligned, I'm going to completely contort myself to make sure it fits them, even though it isn't really what I do, because again, I'm afraid about money. And you try to rescue the person, and the key word there is try, because you can't rescue anyone. You can't rescue people, right? You can offer people your tools and your services. You can help them in terms of giving them the roadmap, the way through your area of expertise, but they've got to take care of themselves. One of my all-time favorite quotes by John DeMartini is, invest in inspiration, not desperation. When you rescue people, you rob them of their dignity, accountability, responsibility, productivity, and recognition. Oh, such a powerful quote. I'm going to read it again. Invest in inspiration, not desperation. When you rescue people, you rob them of their dignity, accountability, responsibility, productivity, and recognition. So I want you to remember, you can't rescue anyone. Stop being a people pleaser. Stop being a fixer. Stop being someone that's rescuing everyone. Stop chasing people. You don't need to chase people. You need to learn how to attract through the law of attraction, through your confidence and your certainty. So the client attraction formula is confidence plus certainty. Okay, when I'm certain that what I have is going to impact the right people and I know who those people are, I can confidently sell to you, because selling is sharing and selling is caring and selling is helping the right people at the right time who raise their hand and chase you and go, oh my God, I want to work with you because you have exactly what I have, and chase you in a good way where they're begging to pay you money for what you do because they see the value and they see the alignment. And it's not because they're going, please help me, please save me, please rescue me. I am not willing to put in the work and I don't know, I'm in this victim-minded space and I want you to be the magic pill. No one's a magic pill. Yes, you've got magic solutions and you've got clear strategic solutions and you've got, I'm sure, a lot of skills and value you bring to the table. It's not a magic pill in that they've got to show up with their end of the bargain, money exchange, time exchange, showing up, being willing to put in the investment. When you rescue people or try to rescue people, what happens is you usually end up resentful of those people that you brought on. So I'm sure this will resonate with you. If you've ever given away a free program, a free product, free service, free coaching hours, whatever it might be, and the person didn't show up on time, they didn't really put in the work, they didn't really value you because you didn't value yourself by giving it away for free. So stop this problem, this habit, this struggle, this imposter syndrome FUD that you have, that what you have isn't good enough and you need to bargain it away, barter it away, give it away for free because you're chasing people, and usually the wrong people, because the right people are going to be willing to pay you. The right people are going to step in and go, oh my God, you have exactly what I need. You are water in the desert. That's the solution that you are to those people. And they're only going to be attracted to you and pay you when you're certain and confident about what you have. So you got to get over this imposter syndrome FUD, and you've got to start to step into your power and claim your expertise. It's like putting a stake in the ground and going like, here is what I am an expert at, here's what I bring to the table, and I'm attracting people who are ready, willing, and ready and willing to invest in themselves and invest in me because I am the perfect solution at the perfect time. Whew, that was a mouthful. I want to give you some personal stories here so that you understand why I know these things. In part, it's because I've gotten to work with all kinds of different entrepreneurs, and I see that imposter syndrome is a huge issue for people. People get scared about their worth, their value, what they bring to the table. They don't think they're good enough. They don't think their products are good enough. They compare themselves negatively to other people, and they go, oh my God, they're doing it better. I've got to be so unique and so amazing, so awesome. And so they minimize themselves and they shrink, especially when it comes to that consult moment, and they chase and they give away their gifts. And they give it away for free. So you got to up-level your value. Remember that if you haven't enrolled yet for the Charge What You're Worth webinar, the link's going to be in the description below this video. You definitely need to be there because this is what I teach you in the Charge What You're Worth bootcamp. So join the Charge What You're Worth webinar, chargewhatyourworthwebinar.com, and this will give you way more tips. If this video is resonating, you're definitely going to want to be there. And if you're liking what you're getting in these videos, I want you to click on the bell, click the thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so other stories. For me, this used to show up it definitely showed up in relationships before I started my business. I used to desperately chase men and be like, underneath it, I was like, I'm not good enough. And I can make a joke of it, but it felt shitty and disempowering, and it sucked. And oh God. Yeah, I really did not know my value. As a woman, I felt very disempowered. I felt like men were better than me. I felt like they had the financial power for sure. And so it's been this huge transformation, becoming an entrepreneur, stepping into my full power and claiming that I'm a powerful financial badass. I mean, I have tons of investments and I help other people make money in their business so they can then invest money and then have their money make money. And I've done that. It's an amazing feeling when you start up-leveling your value on yourself and you don't have to chase people anymore. So for me, it really started with relationships and men, and really at a young age. I mean, I was one of those girls that when I was a kid, I always had a boyfriend, like starting at age 5. And before I would break up with that one, the next one was in line, because I never wanted to be alone and I always needed outside validation. And that's how it started for me. It was in big ways through codependency. The very first book I ever read that got me into this trajectory of personal growth and development was about codependency. And it was how I realized that I saw my self-worth through the eyes of other people, and that if I was a real people pleaser, and I brought to the table like, oh, I'll do everything and I'll contort myself in all these ways, and if I'm perfectly do that, then you'll like me or love me enough. And it led to a lot of destructive relationships and a lot of challenges in my relationships. And it took me coming out of that through, it took me coming out of that through ending my 15-year marriage, having an affair, my next relationship not working well at all. That pattern kept going and going and going. And then through the years, I really started to empower myself in terms of confidence and self-worth. And now I have an incredible relationship. I just got married in Hawaii, as you know. It was life altering to up-level my value on myself, because it led to me being able to connect with another person in a relationship in an equivalent way instead of me chasing. It led to me being able to build a 6-figure business because I value myself, I charge what I'm worth, and I attract people who are empowered in terms of they know that they have a gift to bring to the world and they're ready. They might need the tools. That's why they're working with me. They go, oh, Amanda has the tools to help me up level to the next level. I want to break through my money blocks. I want to learn systems and habits and energy and mindset around how to be a badass entrepreneur. And me doing that work on myself is what allows me to do that as an entrepreneur. And that's why I get to bring you these tips and tools, because I've been there and I've done it. I had very low self-worth, social anxiety. I really did not see my value. And when I started doing confidence and mindset training, things started to change. So that's why I bring this to you. And it's interesting to make the connection of lack of confidence equaling being bad at sales or money blocks, right? So think about your money block and your fear of sales and desperately chasing people and not charging what you're worth is a confidence problem. You don't value yourself enough. You don't feel confident in what you offer. That's why it's imposter syndrome. In relationships, we think of it as codependency, and in business world, we think of it as imposter syndrome. It's the same thing. It's the exact same behavioral traits. And I see this time and time again with people. So I'm bringing you tips and tools to help you empower yourself, because I know what it feels like to feel like crap about yourself and to feel very disempowered and be pretty low in money and feeling about yourself and just feel pretty victim-minded and in survival mode, and then to pivot and start to be able to feel more empowered. Empowerment gives you the ability to decide what you want and have it happen. That's confidence. When you're confident, you can step into a consult and you can ask the person questions, you can build rapport, and you can trust that you're gonna find out, is this a good candidate for me? You're not chasing them going, please work with me no matter what, and I'll contort myself in every way. Instead, you're going like, hey, let's have a conversation and see if this is a good match. I wanna know if you're a good fit for me, because your success is my reputation. Right? I don't want to chase someone who's not going to show up and bring their all to the table and not pay me, because if they fail, that's my reputation. So you want to step confidently into consults. You want to step confidently into your life and have a magic wand to create whatever you want. All right, don't forget to enroll in the Charge What You're Worth webinar. Link is in the description below, and I'll be back again next week with another money-making tip for you. And until then, NFA, money-making high fives.